So I guess I was asked to talk a little bit about my friend Pierre. I first met Pierre when he was an intern at my geophysics consulting company, and he had just finished some postgraduate studies in geophysics in Paris itself. And he was a very French guy, very cultured, very kind of wine and cheese type of guy. Sit down at a cafe and have a cigarette, and then he came out to Canada, and our company is definitely not a desk company. It's throw you out into the middle of nowhere with gear and fend for yourself and avoid the bears and get the job done. And Pierre, he was a bit of a learning curve for him. I think his first job in the woods. I think he heard something crashing through the woods, and he thought it was a bear. It was probably a bird or something. But I think he kind of ran away for a while and stayed on one side of the river and just called the radio and said, I got scared. Can someone else come out here and help me? And so I guess someone else, one of our other crew members, came out and gave him a hand. There was no bear. And then the rest of the time he worked for us, he was on a houseboat, doing kind of an easy, kind of cruising job, just very computer-based and pretty friendly. But he sort of got into sort of the wilderness kind of country lifestyle a bit. He caught a few fish from the houseboat, and he'd never been fishing before, of course. What else would you?
Then there's about change. What other kinds of changes?
Oh, right. So Pierre, he had some issues. He was on prescription medication for a long time in France, kind of maybe mood related, or I don't know quite what exactly. But when he came to Canada and was living up north on the job, he went off it, and he said he felt better off his medication than he did on. No problems or complications, and so he stayed off. And I think maybe a year or 8 months later, he came back to work for our company and did a stint in Panama in the jungle with us. Pretty intense environment. Like the Canadian wilderness is harsh, but the Panamanian is even more hostile and even more different for northern hemisphere people, I guess. And he did fine. I was really surprised he was able to survive. And he was in good style. He did quite a lot of walking in France when he got back from Canada the first time, and so he was in pretty good shape. And now he's back working full time for our company, and he's not taking his medication, and he quit smoking even, which I think is probably a big deal for him. And he says he doesn't miss it at all, and he's gotten into kind of a bit more of the West Coast kind of ideals of being outside, and his girlfriend moved here to be with him, and they've got into hiking a bit. I remember when he first moved here, he would say to me, Andrew, everybody from Vancouver, it seems like they're into something outdoorsy or active, like you're a rock climber. My roommate is a cross-country cyclist. Everybody has something that keeps them outside, and he's like, I have nothing. But now it seems like he's getting into hiking a bit, and just working outside. I think he's getting more interested in what we're trying to go for.
And the last time you heard it, where was he?
Oh, he's in Chile right now, in Patagonia, high altitude mountains.
And who's on his crew?
He's working with another colleague, but originally they were going to helicopter from site to site to do the survey, but now I think they sent him out with a pack of donkeys and a translator and a bunch of Chileans.